So every city has its pros and cons, but today we're going to go over the pros and cons of McKinney, Texas. So stay tuned.
I'm Andy.
And I'm Patrice.
And today we are going over the pros and cons of one of the fastest growing cities in all of America, and that is right here in McKinney, Texas. Now, if this is your first time on our channel, we are local real estate agents here in McKinney, Texas, and we do 2 or 3 videos a week on what it's like to live, work, and play in this great area and all of the surrounding cities around it. So don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the bell so you're alerted every time we do a video.
And don't forget to give us a call, text, or email. Whatever you got to do to get a hold of us, just get a hold of us.
We've got your back when it comes to all things moving to Texas. So let's jump into this McKinney, Texas, pros and cons.
Okay.
So a little bit about McKinney. McKinney is north of Dallas, about 45 minutes or so. Population's right around that 185,000 mark. And
but it's growing.
It's growing. It's been ranked as one of the nicest places in America to live. All sorts of different rankings, and we've done plenty of videos around that. So be sure to cruise around our channel for more information on McKinney. But today, like I said, we're getting into the pros and cons. So Patrice, what's the first? Should we get into the pros or cons first? Good or bad? Which one should we get into?
You know, let's start with the bad today.
The bad.
And then always end with the good.
That's a good note. See, Patrice is always the glass half full guy. All right, so how about a con? What's one of the cons?
One of the cons, which I guess is pretty much a con in every North Texas city, is the weather.
Yeah.
Which I personally don't find a con, but a lot of people do.
Yeah, and the weather, really what we're talking about is 2 months.
Yeah.
July and August.
Yeah, it's
really.
hot.
It gets hot in Texas. I don't know if you know, the news is spread out around the nation, but it does tend to get hot here in Texas.
Yeah, but you know what? Most people think it's extremely humid. That's more south. We get humidity, but it's only when it's going to rain. So really, it's not that humid that often.
Yeah,
in fact, we've had some clients that were ecstatic at our weather because of they're coming from somewhere really humid. So
yeah. No, it definitely but it does hit that triple-digit mark, you know, and you know, hot is hot as far as I'm concerned. I mean, if it's 98 or 103, it's still still hot, right? I mean, I'm not running a marathon in 103, but I'm not running a marathon. I'm not running a marathon at 65 either. Let's be honest. So, but yeah, it is hot. It's something that you need to get used to. But you know, that's why we have swimming pools. There's all sorts of things to do. People go to the lakes.
Yep.
So and
lots of water parks.
Water parks. Stay inside for those 2 months. The rest of the year is beautiful.
Yes, we've had beautiful weather lately.
The winters are very mild. So for the most part, the weather is a pro. But like I said, for 2 months out of the year, it can be hot.
Yep.
So what is another con?
Another con would probably be the commute to Dallas if you have to work in Dallas.
Yeah, if you're working in downtown Dallas and you're living in McKinney, Texas, it's 45 minutes on a good day. That means with no kind of traffic going on.
That's pretty rare.
That's rare. So, especially if you're working like your normal 9 to 5, right? Everybody's commuting at the same time, coming home at the same time. You're looking more about right around an hour, maybe a little bit more. So,
yeah, but hopefully people are starting to work from home a little
there's
more
a lot
because
more
of the COVID thing.
Yeah, there's a lot more of that opportunity, obviously, as well as a lot of people aren't working in downtown Dallas. They're working in that Frisco-Plano border, which is, you know, 20 minutes away.
Yep.
So it's not all bad, but if you do have to commute, if you're one of the you know, unfortunates that have to commute into Dallas, then either McKinney's not going to be the place, or you're just going to have to suck it up and deal with that.
Yep.
That's just, I can't do anything about that, unfortunately.
Nope.
On another note, though, there is another con would be the construction, because it is a growing city.
That's true.
Right?
Yeah.
So with growing cities means new roads, new development, and all that is constructive. It's vertical. It's construction, like I said. So you're going to have to get used to a couple detours and here and there, and just that's all part of it, of living in a growing city. But that's all of North Texas. That's just not McKinney. Okay, so one of the things when checking out all the pros and cons, that I see a lot is public transportation, right? And it's a con.
The lack of, yeah.
Lack of public transportation. But in my experience, you know, it's not 1980, so
oh yeah, with Lyft,
we've got Lyft, Uber, and all that stuff. So I don't know who's riding buses anymore anyway. So
calling taxis.
Yeah, who's got time to call the yellow taxi cab? So anyway, I mean, if that's an issue, I just don't think I think it's a non-issue for all of that. But I just wanted to make a point that I see it over and over and over again, and to me, it's a ridiculous argument.
If that's what you need public transportation. There's always Dallas.
Yeah, there's Plano has public transportation. You know, there's Richardson. There's all sorts of places that have public transportation. But if you want the newer, cleaner north suburbs, you're just not going to have that public transportation in most cases. So enough with the negative.
Yeah,
right. Let's get into McKinney, Texas. Let's talk about all the pros. Why is everybody moving to McKinney, Texas?
Well, there's a lot of reasons.
Okay, let's start with one.
There's a lot of reasons. One good reason, if you have kids, is the school district.
Schools are awesome.
A+.
According to Niche, yeah, A+. So, you know, I mean, we've done plenty of, we have a best schools video, all sorts of things. So, McKinney, Texas ranks consistently in the A+ ranking.
Yeah.
9s and 10s across the board as far as exemplary schools. It has pockets of schools that are not so great. That's why give us a call. We're your McKinney experts, and we'll get you steered in the right way. But schools by far is a complete best case asset for McKinney, Texas.
Yeah.
What about number 2? I know you like number 2.
The downtown area is so neat, and it's got great restaurants, some cool shops down there. It's very unique looking, which I love. Yeah.
And there's a couple of downtowns that are really good, but McKinney is one of those that kind of takes the cake for the northern suburbs. It's older. It's got that cool town square vibe to it, real older architectural that they're revamping and making.
Yeah, they're definitely revamping, which is nice. It's adding more and more. Yeah.
And we did a whole video on, so check that right here on the McKinney downtown area.
Yeah.
But on that note, it is a good area to travel into. The houses around there are great too, but they're older and they're more historic and that sort of thing. So if you're looking for that, that's awesome too. But if you're going to be living in kind of the HOA suburbs, the newer communities, it's going to be a quick 10-15 minute drive no matter where you're at, probably in McKinney. So
that's true.
How about another pro?
Well, McKinney has a ton of parks.
Yeah, about 40 or so.
Yeah.
I think 39 is the number that we counted up. Lots of outdoor activity. There's like
catch and release ponds and
60 miles of hiking and biking trails.
Playgrounds, all kinds of great things.
Like I said, and that kind of goes with the whole family town.
Oh yeah, yes.
That is McKinney, right?
Which is the next one, yeah.
It's very family oriented.
Yes,
right?
it really is.
And then with all that comes the safety.
Yes,
right?
very safe.
And McKinney is safe. It checks off most, if not all, the boxes for most of our clients that come into town. McKinney, Prosper, Frisco, Allen, Salina, etc. All of North Texas is just, it's got a great feel. It really just depends on which community you feel at home with. Gives you that sense of home, right? Patrice always says, you know it when you feel it. So anyway, that is the pros and cons of McKinney, Texas. Again, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, that bell. Give us a like if you like this. If you like this video, comment below if you have some of your own pros and cons. Yeah, sorry. And I was just going to say, don't forget to fill out the dream home form below so we know what you're looking for and we can help you find your new dream home. And so until the next time, I'm Andy. And I'm Patrice. Take care.